Hello everyone, myself Dr. Shubh Arora, Assistant Professor from Department of Commerce, GIMS Greater Noida. Once again, I welcome you all back to the lecture series of the subject Marketing Management. Today is the sixth lecture of fourth unit, and the topics which we'll be discussing in today's lecture are the functions of advertising, personal selling, and importance of personal selling. So let's start with the functions of advertising. The very first function of advertising is promotion of sales. That is, whenever the ads are given or through the process or activities of advertising, it helps in increasing the sales for an organization. Right, so therefore advertising promotes the sale of goods and services which are being sold by an organization, right? Because through advertising it helps to inform and convince the customers to buy that particular product or avail the service which is being sold in the market. And a good advertising campaign helps in winning the customers and generating revenues. Second function is introduction of new products. With the help of ads, the organizations can introduce the new products in the market. So basically, whenever new products are introduced or launched into the market, ads can be given so that customer awareness can be done, right? So that the awareness regarding that new product in the market can be done so that customers are informed and try to come and purchase your product, right? So a business enterprise can always introduce itself and its new products in the public through the help of advertising. It helps in quick publicity of the products and services in the market. Third function is support to production system. When we talk about support to production system, it means that advertising facilitates in bulk production. The business firm knows that it will be able to sell on a large scale only with the help of advertising. So mass production will reduce the cost of production also per unit for the organization and makes it economical to use different factors of production, right? So this way advertising helps to support the production system of an organization. Then fourth function is it helps in increasing the standard of living. How it helps to increase the standard of living of the people in the society? Because through different ads, people or the population can be educated regarding what kind of products are there in the market, what are the services, how people can avail, where that product is available, how they need to use, what are the main features of that product, right? What are the key role of that product, and how if people purchase and use that product, how they will be benefited, right? Or how these products in certain situations will be convenient or make the life of people convenient, right? So through ads it helps in educating the people or the population of the society, right? So in this way it contributes a lot towards the betterment of the society and in raising the standard of living of the people living in the society. Now we move on to the fifth function of advertising, that is public image. When we talk about public image, advertising builds the reputation of the advertiser. It also helps in enabling the company or the business firm to communicate its achievements, its strengths, right? So and why these strengths and achievements are to be communicated through advertising into the public, so as to whenever customer wants to buy, that customer prefers the product of your brand and the customer will feel satisfied. The customer, it will be easy for you to influence and convince the customer, right? And it will also help in building goodwill in the market, increasing the goodwill, right? Building a good reputation of your firm in the market. Then sixth function is support to media. So advertising sustains press, right? So media will sustain only when the organizations will pay them and give advertisements, right? So sustainability of press is due to advertising only, right? Because advertising provides a source of income to the publishers of newspapers, TV, radio, magazines. So all these media platforms generate their revenue from different ads, and who pay them for ads? The companies who want to give ads on different media platforms. Now, this was about the functions of advertising. Let's move on to the personal selling part. Let's find out what do we exactly mean by personal selling. See, as the term is telling you and defining itself, that it is a kind of selling activity or promoting a kind of activity for promoting the sales, where there is some kind of personal communication or some kind of face-to-face interaction between the seller and the buyer. Here the seller is the salesman who tries to convince the customer to purchase a product, right? So basically it is a promotional method where the sales force tries to uses his or her abilities and skills and expertise to convince the customer to make a purchase, right? You can just have a look on the definition given by Phillips and Duncan for the personal selling. It is the salesmanship is the art of presenting an offering so that the prospect appreciates the need for it and a mutually satisfactory sale follows. Now, what is this mutually satisfactory sales? Based on mutual understanding and how a salesperson convinces the customer. If the customer gets convinced, then the customer will be happy, will be satisfied, and will happily be ready to purchase the product which the salesperson is trying to sell. Again, I have tried to quote here some more definitions for you. Definition given by Philip Kotler, father of marketing, that is, personal selling is a type of personal or local presentation by the firm's sales force to motivate and making the sales and building customer relationships. So basically, personal selling is done so that the customer gets motivated and influenced and convinced to purchase the product. So sale will also increase, and this way the seller and the buyer will also be able to create a good relationship, right? Now through this figure you can see that there are three parties involved. One is the manufacturer or the producer, and what is the aim of the manufacturer or the producer here? To increase the sales, right? And what is the role here of salesman is to put best efforts, best of his abilities, capabilities, skills, expertise, so that that salesperson is able to successfully convince the customer to purchase the product, right? And close the sales, right? So if the customer is convinced, is happy, is ready to spend on the product which you are trying to sell, that means the salesperson has won the customer, that is winning a prospect. Now let's come to the importance of personal selling. When we talk about importance of personal selling, the first importance is it is a goal oriented activity. Since personal selling is done to convince the customer to purchase the product, so there is an ultimate objective behind personal selling activity, that is finding out the right customer, that is the prospecting part. Then there is a pre-approach, then approach, then presenting and demonstrating the product in front of the customer, then handling the procedures and the objections of the customer, then closing the sale. That means here the customer has purchased the product, and the last is follow up part, that if customer is facing, that is after sale service kind of thing, that if the customer is facing some problem after purchasing the product or has some concerns or issues, then those concerns and issues are to be resolved as soon as possible, right? So it is a goal oriented activity. Now second is consultative selling. As the name is telling you that in personal selling the salesperson plays a role of a consultant. That is, it's the task of the consultant to guide or provide time to time advices to the customers, right? So that the customer is happy, is satisfied, and trying to find out that what you promised actually you are giving, right? Or the customer gets exact information or detail about the product easily with the help and advice of the salesperson. So here in this way the salesperson or the personal selling is important because it plays a role of a consultative selling, right? That is why you see that when you talk about or take some insurance policy, or if you talk about your banks, there are certain relationship managers. We sometimes also get a call, and those people say that ma'am, you have an account, or ma'am or sir, you have an account in this branch of this bank and I am your relationship manager. This is why relationship manager kind of role is important, because they are going to advise you, they are going to resolve your problems or concerns from time to time, right? Then third is it helps in relationship building. Again, personal selling is definitely focused on selling, but it also helps in identifying the proper prospects, that is the customers, and after identifying the customers, it helps in building the relationships with the customers, right? So that customer becomes your loyal to your firm or your organization or towards the products and services which you are selling, right? And how this is possible? By identifying, then advising the customer from time to time, and taking or doing follow up activities from time to time, right? So through this way the salesperson can win the customer trust, can build good relations with the customer, take proper actions. Customer can take proper actions whenever required, goals or objectives can be met, and profits can be earned by the organization. Then we talk about the fourth importance of personal selling, that is winning the confidence of the customer. Definitely this is the ultimate aim or objective, that whatever activity, promotional activity is being done or conducted by an organization, the ultimate objective or ultimate output required is to win the customer, so that customer is ready to purchase the product, spend money on the product or service which you are selling, and the sale is increased, and the profit for your organization definitely will be enhanced and increased. So winning the confidence of the customer is very important, then, because then only the customer will be ready to buy the or purchase the product which you are trying to sell, right? So through this way the official customers can be converted or translated into permanent or loyal customers, right? So that's all for today's class. We will be discussing the next topics of this fourth unit in our following lecture. Till then, thank you and take care.